So people are furious about Lexie Hull over Lexie Hull on Twitter. Absolutely furious. And I don't get it. I just genuinely, like, I'm shocked. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But yeah, apparently people on Twitter are absolutely furious about Lexie Hull. And they want her gone. And I'm going to show you guys the reactions before I show you what actually was said, because what was said was crazy. So, if you type in Lexie Hull, what does life come to when we're what y'all expect Lexie Hull to say? What is it? What did Lexie Hull do wrong? What did Lexie Hull do to make people crash at the timeline? As Chicago Sky fans, Candace Parker would love Lexie Hull to the sky. You don't have to deal with this. You better be ready for the upcoming season, because if you miss open layups created by Caitlin Clark, we won't be there to defend you. Lexie Hull supposedly committed treason, according to some people on Twitter. Lexie Hull needs media training. What? Time to put Lexie on Hull Island and leave her there until the season starts. And do you guys know what Lexie Hull's crime was? Saying this about Chelsea Gray.
It's definitely fun. And I think, like Angel said, like always being ready, but the way she delivers her passes are just so different. Because I mean, I'm used to getting like a right-handed pass, left-handed pass. These passes are coming around the head, behind the back, between the legs. Like, you just don't know what's coming, and that's what makes it so fun, because there's no way you can defend that. There's no way you can get a hand on that when you don't know what's coming. So I'm just excited to see, the highlight reels from her this year.
Well, like, that is what Lexie Hull said. I mean that. And the response, she has Caitlin Clark, the point goat. Chelsea Gray's a fine point guard. No need to glaze like this. She literally stole Caitlin's Olympic spot. Like, what? Lexie Hull, or what did what? Like, Chelsea Gray is a better flashy passer than Caitlin Clark. She's not a better passer than Caitlin Clark. She's not a better point guard than Caitlin Clark. She is literally a better flashy passer. You got like Vanche out here posting like a burn it down. Not all Caitlin Clark fans. She didn't say it wrong. We all complain about the noise from other players. In reality, it seems like fans are fanning the flames. Like, I'm sorry, Chelsea Gray. I've always said this. Chelsea Gray could have a routine chest pass, and she will throw a 360 no scope and pass. It might work, it might not. She will be making the most random passes. Like, she could pass the ball from me to the camera, and she will just randomly put it over her head, behind her back, through under both her legs, to bounce through the defender's legs and go into people's hands. Like, Chelsea Gray is the better flashy passer. Like, I'm sorry, like, even Olivia, no offense to Caitlin Clark, Olivia Miles is a better flashy passer. Flashy passing doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm sorry, Caitlin Clark is not doing something like this. Great, it's not showing right there. But like, it's basically Olivia Miles driving through, and she like kind of throws the ball up, and everyone thinks she's going high, and as the ball's going up in the air, slaps it to one of her teammates. So it's like, the reality of the situation is, this is nothing. This is nothing. Like, this is absolutely nothing. I'm sorry, like, saying Chelsea Gray is a great passer is like saying Angel Reese is a great rebounder. Like, everyone's like, oh, you can't praise a player on another team. Like, I'm sorry, everyone does in every sport. Especially because they're fucking teammates. Are you dumb? Are you guys dumb? They are teammates. Chelsea Gray is Lexie Hull's teammate. I'm sorry, these players play in multiple leagues. And if you're like, oh, but the WNBA is the main one. I'm sorry, Lexie Hull's getting paid 60 grand to play in the WNBA. She's probably getting paid 200 grand to play in Unrivaled. Unrivaled might be the main one. Even Lexie Hull's mom came out on social media talking about the fact that Lexie Hull gets little to no brand deals. She gets little to no brand deals. So, the reality of the situation is, she is hyping up her teammate. If you're like, oh, she's like, these players are the ops. I'm sorry, they're literally her teammates. They are literally her teammates. I'm sorry, what do you expect? Do you expect, when she's asked about Chelsea Gray, one of the greatest passers of all time, one of the best point guards of all time, who is a better flashy passer than Caitlin Clark, do you expect Lexie Hull just to say, when asked about Chelsea Gray's passes, to just go, well, you know, I mean, I do play with the best point guard in the world, but like, I mean, she throws a nice behind the back pass. And I still think her saying something like that still wouldn't be seen as good enough from crazy people. Lexie Hull is Caitlin Clark's teammate, but Lexie Hull is also Chelsea Gray's teammate. She isn't out here saying Chelsea Gray's the best passer in the world like Nalissa Smith. She's not saying that. She's just saying it's different, and it is different. Catching a Chelsea Gray pass and catching a Caitlin Clark pass are different. Caitlin Clark has the best vision of any point guard, and she is the best player in the entire WNBA at hitting you in transition and driving and kicking. She is the best at those two aspects. Chelsea Gray is like a flashy passer. It's like the difference between, I don't know, I'm just trying to think. Obviously, Jason Williams for Chelsea Gray. I'm just trying to think of like a really good but like non-flashy passer. Tyrese Halliburton. It's like them two as passers. Tyrese Halliburton is the better passer than Jason Williams, whereas Jason Williams just threw some crazy stuff. He just threw some crazy stuff. He was white chocolate, but still, like, that's what he was. He was white chocolate. The team got 100 times better when they got rid of white chocolate for Mike Bibby, because all that flashy passing didn't really mean anything. And to be fair, though, Chelsea Gray is a finals MVP. Her 2022 playoff run was crazy. But, like, Chelsea, it wasn't because of the flashy passing. It was because of her shot making. But Lexie Hull did nothing wrong. Like, she did absolutely nothing wrong. She praised her literal teammate. People are like, oh, you know, like, this is so dumb. It's like, she can see a dumpster fire a mile away. And supposedly mistaken on Caitlin Clark being smart because she took the long-term deal instead of betting on herself. Like, hindsight 2020, at the time there were those deals, they were only offering her, someone were only offering her money if she went back to Iowa. Like, this is nuts. Like, this is unhinged. This is absolutely unhinged. She literally, Lexie Hull praised her feckin' teammate. It's like she can see a dumpster fire a mile away. The Las Vegas Aces have won 2 of the last 3 rings. If you're saying, you know what, like, it's a dumpster fire, Chelsea Gray won Finals MVP 2 years ago. Why is hyping up the Finals MVP from 2 years ago for something that she does really well? Like, what is going on? This is just unhinged behavior. I'm sorry. Players praise each other all the time. So you're basically saying, like, it's basically the argument of, you know, complaining about players not praising Caitlin during the season. But then when players praise someone not named Caitlin Clark, it's a knock on Caitlin Clark. What? I don't get it. It's just dumb. This is so fucking dumb.